Hello, it's me, Sleepy Wolfren. Okay, so many weeks we haven't seen each other, right? But I'm here. Okay, so here we are like, we will see a weird failure, one of many, um, with me mixing the mask and a nether. So what we're going to do here, because the video has like both gameplay issues on my side, and but the list is also bad. So let's discuss both things. Um, and let's learn. So this version has already evolved because it has been 3 weeks, right? So I had a lot of time of trying things, and also like I played the games wrong, so basically I lose a lot. I'm sorry. Okay, so we had this idea in mind, the idea that we can just do rewrite shenanigans with both Zorgas, and I think I have found out the way to exploit that, but it's definitely not this one. Okay, here what we are doing is like play the old mask aggro with the nadirs, like less of everything to fit the cards in, and it just didn't work. And the reason it didn't work is, for starters, that Rancor Chain and Husk are way worse now. Like Rancor Chain, it feels like it's just doing two less things than fishing. Fishing it's a +1, and it's also double philander because the form the +1 takes place, it's as look at top 7, mill one, but you play two hand and then do mill another one. So it's basically two philanders at once. It's two cards you don't have to commit to board ever, and so it's two cards more, two more cards you're having in hand because it has two skills. And then on top of that, it's a +1. Then the preordain is just better than has, because if you're already playing slower on your right phase, this means you just might as well shadow cloak for the card you want, okay? And then have the preferred turn 3. So here, we will lose the game, and I will explain why. The reason it's like, you're playing Zorga, which is a very grindy card for the late game, but you're already playing 3 cards that want you to play opposing to that, because you have to call more cards fast. So you're either trying to win the game fast by being aggro, but at the same time you are clogging your hands with 3 cards that are mid to late game with 3 more Zorgas, okay? So you are trying to do 2 things that are way too opposite, and like the naders, like if you're having a good hand and a fast hand, you don't want the naders because you're going to end the game. And if you have the naders because you see you have to end the game, you cannot actually get to that late game because you are not running the cyclers or the cards that make you bulk for that, okay? So yeah, also like we play the game wrong here. I don't know if it was the game I played wrong, but the thing is, like versus Varga, you have two play styles. You either burst them very fast or play an attrition game versus them. Zorga Mask, it's not aggro enough for, like, we are no longer the best aggro deck in the format, let's say. So, like, trying to compete on that spot, like, there's better aggro decks to play. Like, Varga is a better aggro deck, even if it can get damage denied. Even if it can get damage denied or Odium, like, their aggro output is way better, so they are better at ending the game turn 4 than we are. So, there is no point on playing aggro anymore. And if we are going to not play aggro, might as well commit to not playing aggro at all and play like tempo, value. So yeah, basically that's the problem with Zorga Mask at the moment, and it's the problem with this list in particular because it doesn't have the tools, doesn't have the tools and doesn't have the proper right line to do the things. Also, like, someone in the Discord told me that it's very hard to do everything with this version, and that's also true. I think it was Lucius. It was like, you cannot draw through the both Zorgas fast enough, you cannot, like, keep the shenanigans ongoing, and that's also a fair point. And that's what actually, it's not what happens here, but it's what happens when you play the deck along. So yeah, we discard this 3000.58 version. Like, you have to understand. I have even found a version with inlet. I have played a lot. Like, the version with inlet, it's very fun. The problem, it's like doesn't pay off enough. Like, when you have every piece, it's so good because you use nectar with the elixir. So the inlet draws you a card and it's 78. However, there is too many pieces and that doesn't work. But if you're interested, I can share the list with you. It's very fun. Like, when you have everything, it's like... Okay, so now let's focus on the game a bit more. No, but I think I don't want to focus on the game. I will just let you enjoy the game. And I will just info dump Zorga info to you. That's why you're here, right? You're like both info dumpings and you like Zorga. And you especially love Zorga info dumpings. So let's just do that. So basically, I'm working on it. It's not perfect yet. It's like, I don't want to post a list anymore if it's not like 100% solved, okay? Because I have like PTSD with that. So I will just post it when I think it's ready to be shown. And it's probably going to be after this video. Like, there is one order I'm not sure about, but I can just tell you about it, and I will trust you to pick the better one. Yeah, like, when you, like, I think Zorga Nether is like an upgrade for Zorga Mask because you have the value. Like, Nether is like a lot of advantage every turn you use it. Like, the card, I think the card is generally broken. Like, I think it's broken. The thing is that you need a very specific combination, like a deck combination for it to shine. And it's just so hard to find, okay? Because like there's a lot of pieces, you have the key, like you have like this part of the deck that wants you to be aggro, then you have the other part that wants you to bulk. And I think the best way to do that, it's like playing it more Nether style, like you don't have to run the kill, or if you run it, you can like run less or not even use it. Like when you get to the, like, because I have been like playing this mix, like masks never left my deck. I will be very honest, like testing this was extra hard because I had to test both things. So like I have been testing like the two decks, then the pure and this, and like every time I use mask with the Nether, I can tell there is something strong there, because like you can like just PG turn 3, get the PG back, then you're still strong because you have the persona. So like tempo wise, the combination of both cards, it's amazing. Like when you play it, you can see it. Like you can tell. Yeah, here you can see the problem. Like the deck doesn't end the game, then you get bursted. Like there is no way you can play it like that versus that deck because your aggro, it's bad. Basically, it's RNG reliant. Sorry, I changed subject. So the thing is, like, versus an aggro deck, you have to be more aggro to not rely on luck. Like, you can win the games, but it's like pure RNG, like 100%. Like, it's not on your control. It's not on your control anymore, right? Unless, like, you play it slower with, like, control shenanigans. But then the other version, it's just better. And the other version, it's just better at outgrinding Levidras and Night Rose as well. So there is no point on running such aggro cards. Like, Philander has to go for Cyclers immediately. And the orders have to change as well, right? Because you are going to, like, you don't want to find pieces as fast because you don't want to kill them as fast. Switches in more, it's better. Overcoming, it's better because it's more hand size. So yep. So what I was saying is that, yeah, here, like, the problem with this video, it's like, I'm playing an aggro that doesn't do enough aggro, so what I should be doing playstyle wise is slow the game, frames minute 1, but then I'm not running the tools to do that efficiently. Like Zorga Nether cooks Varga, Zorga Nether cooks Odium. They cannot kill you. They cannot kill you. Like Zorga Nether, it's very hard to kill. It's like probably more tanky than Levidras because you can really nullify, like, okay, we are 3 attack deck, but they are not a 5 attack deck because you keep nullifying their attacks with a massive amount of PGs and Blitz Order. Blitz Order is like 2 Levidras marker. Because, like, let's say you use Overcoming. Overcoming is already an extra +1 compared to a regular Alchemagic, so the Blitz Order comes back to hand for free, and then you save 2 cards. You draw 1 and save 1. Okay, sure. It's like removing 2 Levidras markers at a given point. It's like 48k shield power. You don't use the card Levidras it's using, draw 1 and save another. It's basically the same. It's 2 Levidras markers per turn, and they only put 3. I don't know. You are adding a PG on top of that to your hand, right? So you might be a 3 attack decks, but you make the 5 attack decks be just 3 attack decks as well. Like, you transform that game into something that it's not, like, it has a lot of attacks, so you have to grind a lot. That's fine. But then they don't have the potential as the 5 attack deck they are used to be, you know? So, 1 second, yeah. So that's the thing. And, like, finding a way I'm trying not to spoil the video I'm going to record now because I woke up at like 6 a.m. to record this and record the next video, which will be the deck list for the other things. So I don't want to spoil much things, but like basically, that's that. You have to. I don't have cards. I don't have board because it has been removed. It's very traumatic. I lost, but it's like it doesn't come as a surprise. If you have been watching, it doesn't come as a surprise. So yeah, basically. Also, I'm playing wrong because like if the aggro it's not enough, even in a high roll, you should just start playing for defense, even if the list is wrong or doesn't do enough or whatever. What is happening with this energy generator? Jauma, please. Oh, I don't have mine. Oh, wait, is this actually the game one? Did I misplace them? Yeah, I think I misplaced them. It's fine. Yeah. Oh, I should have probably cut that. Well, I haven't. No problem. So, yeah. That's basically the problem with the Rancor chain, and it's basically the problem with Zorga Mask as a whole. However, I stand by what I said. Being able to mix both Zorgas is strong. And we should use that, honestly. Like, even with the Soul Fronts that are coming, with the Soul Fronts coming, I might try dropping it, but like, I don't know, it's like a lot of soul, there is a lot of turns where you can handle a massive amount of power because you have more power, you have 10k more power, and you have the Bind Zorga skill as well. This lets you put Split Order back into hand, this lets you put the order for the next turn back, and then it lets you like put a Shadow Cloak from drop zone to aggro for Nadar to use next turn. You can do a lot of stuff. No, yeah. Like here, for example, what you have to call the Philander because you need to find the order from the deck. But then here, even if I have Blast, I have look at my top deck one less time because like I have look at top 5 instead of 2. And then I'm missing another Philander to do as much as my fishing has. And like this Philander can swing into a defensive and the attack doesn't even hit. That was good when, like, it's not that the play is bad, but the problem with this is that you cannot damage deny them anymore. You cannot damage deny them anymore because they don't have costs on their cards. Okay, so when things go wrong, like when things go well, okay, you will win the games. It's fine, you will sack them, you will kill them like an aggro deck does, that's fine, okay. But you cannot, like those games on a tournament, we were winning by dragging the game, switching speeds, go turtle mode. That doesn't exist anymore. That doesn't exist anymore because no one is paying a cost. Like no one is paying CV, no one is handling resources. So they can do their straight line play every turn. They can call everything to turn every turn. They can do every play on their available every turn. You cannot do anything. There is nothing in your power to change what they are going to do. So you cannot save the games that go south. Before we could, and it was amazing. We could win every game. We couldn't really rig because you had a play to do when you rigged. Here you don't have that. You don't have those strategies that were amazing until now. So there is no point on playing something risky and bricky. Like, I don't know, masks can be like an X2 deck, but the game that you lose to OT, you will always lose it because you have less sustain. Neither can play around OTs better, and if you have a bad game or like it is like a 5-3 or X3 or X2 deck now. So yeah, and just adding 3 Nadirs will not make the cut. It's not strong enough. But it's good realizing or knowing or understanding. Like, I think people doesn't test the things enough. Like, how do you know something works if you don't try it? Like, a lot. I know that it is time consuming, but you don't know if a thing works until you try it a lot, because like sometimes it's easy to it's hard to tell if the problem is with like the build, or if you are making mistakes, or if there is something gameplay wise you could be doing and or not. Like, and if there is not a way, then there's not a way, and that's fine. But like, I don't know, personally I feel like I have to try everything. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't try, I should try a bit less, because sometimes like I have tried something and then 3 new decks come out and I'm like, maybe that thing that I have already tried that didn't work versus Paquito, it works versus Maria, you don't know, you know, maybe it works versus the new decks, and it just doesn't, and maybe it could save some time, but I do not save time either. Mask, it's like, I didn't care about it whiffing before, because it was like, okay, my opponent isn't doing that much, but like, I don't know, if I have a +1 per turn, I want it to work, right? And Mask, it's like a bit traumatic now, because it doesn't plus as much as I would like. Like, even if you run the 7 targets in the deck, 7 targets were fine until now. Like, the possibility of it breaking, it's like really dramatic. I don't know, because no one is rigging anything. Like, everyone's like, +3, you know? So, like, it feels more important than ever to be able to guarantee. Yeah, here I imagine I didn't have the mask or something. It's nice being able to still do 4 attacks even when you don't mask. Also, like, there is combinations of orders, and with Philander, like, Philander, that's really good about Philander though. Philander makes it so that you don't need to persona write in order to be able to use Nadir later. Like, this is something I like about Philander. Like, you can call mask and be playing on mask, Nadir mask, but then if one mask is missing, you can still swing for 53, 63, like, with just the Nadir and maybe Miasma, like, because it's 15-20 for Miasma, 18-38, and then it's probably past 20 to 58, and on a turn where you did not persona write. Philander makes that switch between Zorgas smoother and easier to work. And I like that out Philander. The problem with Philander is that it doesn't put orders to hand, it doesn't plus. Like, we are playing a card for 10k power. That's it. It doesn't move to the other column to boost again, or it doesn't work in a way that it can boost an attack as well. It doesn't scale with trigger, like, okay, sure, it gets the 10k, good, but it doesn't gain anything else than that. Like, Philander, and we don't really want to call it from hand ever, so we are not using every part of the card. So I don't think that smoothness, it's like as worth as doing other things. I have played versions, like other versions, Philander stayed and it worked, it was fine. However, I feel like I'm not making the most out of the slot with Philander. Let's say that's what I don't like about it. Oh, bye. And also, like, what is the Varga player doing? They are just doing everything every turn. Can you do anything about it? You can't. Like, okay, Varga, you can damage deny them. Then we have the problem of not being playing the best version at damage denying compared to what the format is doing. But like, like, we have to understand that we are playing a line now. We are not playing a strategy. We are not playing strategies. We're playing strategies, but like, it's very DPS / grind race now, right? You have to grind more than your opponent or attack more than your opponent, or grind enough to surpass the damage output. But it's a straight line. Like, you cannot like commit cards here to like, no, like, all the strategies that let Zorga shine through control, through shenanigans, through baits, that doesn't work anymore, because like, they will do everything. Like, even Varga, you can damage deny them, and then they have Caliburn, and they can still kill you. So, we have to play something that fits that mindset, because we cannot spend 30 minutes doing triple backflips when our opponent is not investing as much effort as we are. We have to play something that it's like smoother on that terrain, right? Like Pure Nadir does way better in the format, I think. And like the reason is that it doesn't die, it doesn't have to do triple backflips with the cost, you don't have to find pieces. So I really like that, and my only problem with Pure Nadir is that it doesn't soul charge, so you cannot, like, you have broken shenanigans available and you cannot use them because you don't have sustain, and your opponents are like putting a 3/3 to soul every turn to go +3. Like that's what we have to do. Like we have to find a combination that it's like smooth and like that it pluses, because you know we have to do that. Like and it's very fun doing that. It's just like times change, formats change, and now we like it's not no there is no interact now. Currently there is no interaction, and like being sad about it or like try to interact it won't work. It won't work. So let's just try to find something that is as like streamlined as possible. Like it won't be streamlined because you have to find 8 orders to play. Like it's like obviously it's more complex than just playing 3v1 to restand the banger, of course. And that's why we like Zorga, actually, right? We like we like to play something more versatile. So but still, let's do it. Let's do so in a smart way. Let's just stop suffering. Let's just stop. Let's just be happy about something that has 14 cards in hand every turn. For example, let's just do that, right? On Sunday? Yeah, because this video it's being recorded currently 6:30 AM on Friday, and I will try to record the video for the decklist next, and you will have it on Sunday. It's like it has one Wi-Fi slot, but like you will understand, and you will be able, I don't know, to put your preferred card on the Wi-Fi slot. I think here what happened is we tried to slow the game down, and oh surprise, they still sucked and we couldn't. No, but like honestly, I have like 3,000 ways of not playing Zorga this season. Like you can ask me, hey Wolf, what will happen if I do that? And I will lose. It's a joke. Also, I encourage everyone to still enjoy the game the way they like and just play the Zorga the way they like to. I encourage it. Is this game 2? Yeah, it is game 2, it is game 2. Like, it's so contradictory trying to deal 1 damage a turn with a card that attacks a 4th time. Well, but that's fine. This is just bad versus Varga, because it like has those bursts windows. And also, like, I will be honest, I have become addicted to plussing. Having, like, ironically, having 13 cards in hand every turn, it's, like, dopamine inducing. I like having cards. Like, it's, like, having 2 and having enough, it's very fun. Like, it's, like... your brain goes like, oh, risks. It's very fun as well, but like having 13 cards in hand, having 4 PGs the turn before the opponent deck outs, it's like... it's another kind of... of addiction for my brain, so... Yep. the complete absence of soul. It's really dramatic. And this here we see what Lucius told me it would happen, like, you won't draw the Nether to rewrite, spooky, but it was real. It's not spooky, it's not even spooky anymore, it's real. It's scary. No, but I promise that does that happen to you, that you're very sure about something but you cannot prove it, you know? And like there is like but the most hard thing is like you have some plays that are like feel so broken but you cannot recreate them consistently enough, and it's like so you have to keep trying. Like, it's amazing. We lost an aggro race versus the Knight Varga. It's so traumatic. Oh, it doesn't have a crit. So drama. I think. Oh, my trigger! Oh my god, it's it's so ironic that I got the sneeze at the same moment. No, like, I think if Zorga got a Rochelle, it would be... But maybe it would be too strong. Yeah, because Rochelle's so charged, like it should die or something. Game 3! Let's focus a bit more on the game, and let's see what could happen if we had some different kind of stuff. Oops, I should have got that. It's fine, more time for us to speak. Okay, so we +1, we drew 2 whatever cards, and we are forced to -1. And like, okay, sure, if you go second, that Bt05 happens 1 turn earlier, meaning you will have the dragons easier, but I don't know, I don't think the game is out killing them anymore, so I don't see the point on even doing that. Like, I think like we are a format like where healing is massively strong. Like, if you heal and your opponent doesn't, like it's instantaneously, you automatically go out of range. So might as well just save more cards and have more cards. Oof, so devastating, right? So just the idea of having to call a grade 1 to do less than like what the other line instantaneously do. Like, half of the time you will go first, you will have like more hand and the optimal play available, and if you go second you can still swing. I don't know. Also, like, people is playing cards like Saf or like Default, like, being able to just not give CB, it's good. Slow them down. I don't like Saf at all. Like, you attack, and then like they go 3 cards, then you kill the 3 cards, so you can actually attack, plus swing, do everything. They then cannot foxheal. Like, I think that card seems good because, like, I'm talking about Levidras, because, like, if you can do everything, like, if you go first, you Saf, then do Foxhill, then do blah blah blah, your opponent is going to die. But, like, what's the point of allowing your opponent to do Foxhill if they have rushed you? Especially versus a deck that needs the CB to build the board. Like, they do 3 bad attacks turn 3, and then they do 2 attacks turn 2, sorry, and then they do 2 bad attacks turn 3. But that's fine, we are not on a Levidras, we are on a Varga video. Personally, I think, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, okay, Varga is good, strong, but like, it doesn't make sense for this deck to come in Bt05. They print 2 decks that insta-destroy this in Bt05. Like, I don't know how Varga beats Levidras, and I know why it beats Rezal, because Rezal then cannot reveal the board, and it's like... But I don't know. Have you seen like Varga actually beating Levidras? Because I don't think the deck can. It's like amazing. Oof. Ah, okay, but we can bounce the Shadow Cloak. We are saved. Oh, but why am I doing that? I should... Oh, yeah, I have to repeat this. I should have called on the Shadow Cloak. Unless... I don't want to bounce 2 Shadow Cloaks, right? What did I do? Yeah, so maybe I think I just... The card that was from hand went to drop. I tried to boycott myself again. Yeah, so maybe the Lotte should have called over the Shadow Cloak because I will do other bounces, right? I need to bounce one Shadow Cloak. Oh, no, I think I changed the order. Yeah, I think it's Miasma with Habitat. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. And then we get the RPGs, but the Lotte should be the Alana. I need the soul. I fucked up, sorry. Also, like, I'm going to call... Oh, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I... It cut. Sorry, I'm back. Wait, we are trying to fix the game. Yeah, we fixed the game. So we bind the different order and then we don't call over Lotte because it doesn't make any sense. Sure. Oof, we are dealing damage. We are going to get destroyed. I have ordered the 4th Zorga mask already, like the Fafar. To be honest, with the time I learned to, like, my eyes and my brain can ignore the pixels, and I actually like it. Like, when it's far enough, the resolution magic makes it look nice. And I don't know, I like it. But this actually helps me because, right, after 2 more weeks, like, I feel like I have moved on into something that it's fairly strong. And I don't know, I can see why this doesn't work anymore. Not even with the Nadars on the main deck. We are in a bad format for aggro. A very bad format for aggro. It doesn't make sense trying to play aggro. It doesn't even make, like... It doesn't even make sense playing Odium or decks like are bursty. Because... Like... It amazes me because, like, it's Bt05 and you have set a Divine Skill format and you just print 2 decks that completely nullify every other single Divine Skill deck in the format. Like, why would you do that? Like, you have Rezile and Wildstrom that are not actually Divine decks, let's say, or Levidras that are not Divine decks, okay? And you have the other ones that are boosty skills, okay? And, like, you print Rezile and Levidras that counters every other single Divine deck in the game. How? Why would you do that? I don't know. I don't really understand. But I really don't know how any Divine deck in the format beats Levidras or Rezile without RNG, maybe Odium with the Shenri when it comes out, but, like, if you really high roll the early game and hit some crits here and there, I don't know. Like, the creep rotation, these formats, it's like each set, like, from Bt4 onward, like, from Bt3 onwards, impacts the meta in a very massive way, in my opinion. And, like, I don't know, it's Divine format, right? We should be able to do Divine skills, and they don't let you do Divine skills because the Divine skills are weak. Rezile, the extra damage, they can take counters any other burst deck, then the burst deck doesn't do anything anymore, but Rezile keeps scaling, so... And then Levidras, like, it literally doesn't care. The Divine, it's like draw 2, like, draw 1, and gain power, and, like, you save another one, so it's like +2, and that's what it's doing. Like, and you just use it turn 3 because it's like draw 2, right? Like, I don't think that's always the case because having the crit 1 turn later might matter sometimes, but, like, in general, it's like that. And then you cannot longer kill the decks. It's like, I don't know, it's a weird choice to do. Because, like, we were in Divine and we are no longer in Divine. We are in the Levi Divine. Lebri Divine, Lebriel. Oh my god. They will fuse, yeah, with each other. We are so outclassed. I think neither it's a very strong card. Like, I won't lie, I think that the card is powerful. Like, it really is powerful, but like having the proper combination of cards that make it work, and also like neither alone doesn't work. Like, it works, but not as much. We have to do something. Sorry. Although I really like the new Babsagra. Like, Babsagra to me is a good example of being able to create good and strong and creeped cards, but still entitling interactions, right? Because like it has a lot of CV cost, so the opponent has a say on how much burst output Babsagra can have. And sure, the right lane it's like massive creep, and there is a lot of creep things there, that's fine. But the thing is, like, creep, it's natural, it will happen. But it's good that to be able to interact with your opponents, right? There should be a dialogue on a card game, always. Always. And I think, like, I know people say that it's not interactive because it doesn't have a card that can be used on opponent's turn, but you have proactive decisions to make that can impact the game on an interactive way. Calling cards here, that turn, the other turn, attack, how many times you attack, it does actually matter. So you can make a format where that matters. Okay, you have the choice here. You can print a format with no cost, with cards that say pay CV or put a card or put another card or not pay at all. You can have that kind of format where cards doesn't have costs and where everything does everything every turn. Or you can have a format where you have to decide when to commit the cards, decide how many CV to pay. If you do that, it's automatically interesting. It's very fun. And Varga has a lot of potential because you can do things with the cards that are not printed on the cards, like the body on a zone matters. It actually matters, and it's very fun the card to matter on board just because it is a card on board, because that's a strategy, right? And when I look at Babsagra, I don't know, it reminds me of that kind of Vanguard that is fun, but also like it's not like Varga. Varga like doesn't have CC and doesn't green that well, just trades cards. So Varga, like, as long as it gets damage denied, something tanky will automatically beat it, but like Babsagra has this potential of like having CC, then has a lot of power, but also can draw cards, so I don't know. Besides from me being scared about the guard restrict, I think I really like the card, and I like the feeling the card brings me, that there will be more interaction than now. Also, like, I think the Halibadra CV is such on point because that guarantees Babsagra it's not able to rush you. And also because of that, I think there is good chance of you being able to hit grade 3 at 0 or maybe 1 damage. So, like, I don't know. I feel like it's an aggro deck, but at the same time, you are not getting overwhelmed, like, with Shosho Doji. And the game doesn't end turn 3. The game starts turn 3. And I don't know, I'm excited for that card. I think it's, I don't know, it feels very strong, it feels very interesting, and I want to play versus it. I hope, like, this card brings me hope, because we have been, like, seeing a lot of design that you just do your thing, the thing happens, it either wins you the game or not. But I think we are going back, and I like seeing a card that is like that on BT8. Like, it's not even BT6 or BT7. Is it BT7? No, sorry, it's BT7. I like that, and I hope they keep that road because it makes it way more interesting. I don't think people enjoys like doing everything. Like, I think it's important to tell people no. It's important to tell kids no when they can do something. It's important to tell youth people that they cannot do stuff because it's not the time for them to do that, and it's fine to tell players that they cannot play their cards because they feel better when they get to do the things they can do. They feel excited. That's the kind of dopamine they should be giving us, not just like psychologically. It's not like super complex, like it's not like it's chess, but it like gives you agency. Having agency is so important on card games. Like, and like on the 3 years of D, people has been saying that D doesn't have agency. I think they are wrong. I think there has been a lot of situations where you could play with the board strategically to do more stuff than average, but they have nullified that with the Bt05, and if they go back again, like, I think it will be more fun, and I think people it's happier with that kind of design. That's what I feel. We lost. I don't know. Well, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed. I will proceed because I have the time to record you the decklist video, and I will go very into detail. Is it perfect? Not yet, but it's almost perfect, and I really like playing it. I have 13k, oh, 13k. I have 13 cards in hand every tonight. It's like, oh my god. Okay, you will have that video today. It's Friday, and you will have the other video by Sunday because I need to like give you one day in the middle to like. It would be nice having like 1 week a video, 1 week a video, 1 week a video, and not have these 2 videos. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Have fun, stay safe, and see you soon. By the way, approach me on BCS colon. Bye bye.